Hi friends and welcome to my channel Divine Vibrations. I am Smita here to do your tarot card reading today. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is hale and healthy. I've just returned from a wonderful, peaceful and adventurous trip to Goa. I really needed that break and it has been very fruitful. I really had a good time. I enjoyed a lot, as you can see from the pictures. And you can see these beautiful shells I found on the beach. So I wanted to make them a part of my reading, so I kept them here. So today we will be doing the reading for the very powerful solar eclipse that is coming up on 14th of December on the new moon. I'll tell you all about the astrological situation. What are the planet situation at this time? What are the transits happening and how they will affect us. I will also pull out some cards to see how the energies will affect us. I will also pull out charms, some divination dices, numbers, alphabets that are important, zodiac signs that will be affected at this time. So stay tuned till the end so that you can get the best answers for your questions. Remember, these are general readings. Not every reading and not every part of every reading will resonate with you. So you will have to take what resonates and leave the rest. So let us start with the astrological part of this eclipse. This is a very powerful solar eclipse that is happening in the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about transformations. Eclipses are all about transformations. So wherever Scorpio is in your chart, whether it's the first house, the second house, third house, depending on your ascendant, in that part you will see a major transformation happening. And it's not that this transformation is something that will surprise you. It is something that you already knew you needed to make, but you were resisting. Or you were hiding something there in that particular area. And now this eclipse is bringing it to light and pushing you to make those changes. This eclipse is happening in the Jyeshta Nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of fighting your inner demons. So a lot of emphasis here is not on changing the outside, but on making those changes within you. So if we are having demons of fear, anxiety, insecurity, jealousy, greed, competition, aggression, anything, it could be addictions that we are having inside us that we have been hiding from the world, hiding even from ourselves. There may be things which we are not accepting to ourselves. We know something is not right, we know something is wrong in our life, but we are just turning a blind eye towards it. We are ignoring the pink elephant in the room. Now this eclipse will not allow you to ignore it. You will have to face your demons. And remember, change comes and growth comes only when we fight and win over these demons. During this eclipse, there is also a very major Kalsarpa Yoga, which means that all the planets are between the Rahu and Ketu axis. This is the first time that 5 planets, namely the Sun, Moon, Ketu, Venus and Mercury, are all in the sign of Scorpio during the eclipse, where the eclipse is happening. 3 planets are in Capricorn: Saturn, Jupiter and Pluto. Mars is in Pisces. Rahu is in Taurus. So all the planets are between the Taurus and Scorpio axis. All the planets are on one side between Taurus and Scorpio. That's why the Kalsarpa Yoga. Now this eclipse is happening at Ketu. The solar eclipse is affected by Ketu. The last lunar eclipse was affected by Rahu. When there is a Ketu eclipse, it is mostly about your past issues and your past life. So this eclipse will bring to light the repeating patterns that you are having in your life, where you have blocks which have come because of your beliefs or your inner child wounds or traumas during this life or your previous life. But they will have definitely be something that is deep rooted within you. Maybe because of this life, or in your childhood you must have seen something, you must have been told something, you must have heard something, or a previous life which has been blocking you and not allowing you to grow and express your true self. Now, Ketu will push you for transformation, to make that change, to let go of that traumas and pains and hurts, anxieties, insecurities, fears. And it will ask you to rise to your power. It will make you see where you have given your power away to someone else, where you have not been your true authentic self. Ketu will shed light on all of that. Sun that is affected by Ketu is our ego. Mercury that is part of this eclipse is our mind. Venus is our love and Moon is our emotions. So Ketu will shred our ego and clear the mind and show us our life or soul path. It will help you connect to your soul, to your true self. It will tear out all that is not you, that is not good for you, that you have absorbed through other people's conditioning, society expectations, and false beliefs, patterns that the people around you have given you, and it will bring out your true authentic self. The best way to understand all this is to do a lot of meditation, grounding. Remember, our soul whispers. It doesn't scream like the ego. The ego screams. So that's why you're always hearing your ego in your heart, mind. But the soul whispers. And to hear your soul, you need to be quiet. So meditation is very important at this time, to silence your mind and your ego so that you can listen to the whispers of your soul, of your inner voice, of your higher self. Remember, the change that you are looking for will not happen overnight. But this eclipse is very powerful because of the 5 planets in the vicinity and the effect of the 3 planets of Capricorn. And we are also approaching very soon the conjunction that is happening in Capricorn because of Saturn, Pluto and Jupiter. I will make a separate video for that also. So we will definitely see some change within us or around us in the next 6 months. The effect of a solar eclipse lasts for almost 6 months. So we will definitely see that change happen. So let's see now what the cards have to say for us. Let us see what energy will this eclipse bring into our lives. We have Archangel Gabriel. Call in pure white light. And it is about rising to your higher power. So it is time to rise to your higher power. Call in the white light. Call in divinity. Connect to your higher self. Know where you are giving your power away. Wake up to your own power. Rise to your higher self. Find your inner divinity. Don't be stuck in your ego. And get moving on your soul path. Let us pull one more card to see what energies the eclipse will bring into our lives. We have fogged in. Go slow, take time. So I feel many of us have been very confused regarding our life path, regarding certain aspects of our life. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a job area, or it's a family issue, or it's a business issue, that you're not clear what you need to do, how you need to proceed. You are feeling very fogged in, you are feeling very confused. The eclipse is asking you to go slow and take your time to understand everything clearly before moving forward. Have a proper plan. Take your time to understand the pros and cons of every situation. Allow the eclipse to enlighten you and show you the right path, and you will know which direction to move forward. So let us see which area we can see change in our lives, what major change we can expect in our lives. Let's pull out a major card. We have Magician. Wow. So Magician is a card of finding your inner power, of knowing that you are capable of manifesting whatever you want. If you see the Magician, he has the infinity symbol here. He is connected to divine. So we need to connect to a higher self. His one hand is facing the sky and one hand is connecting to the earth. So he is completely balanced between the higher and the ego self. He has found his balance between the upper realms and the earth. If you see, he has all the four tools here. He has the pentacle, he has the cup, sword, as well as the wands. So he has all the resources. He has collected all the resources to move forward and to manifest his dreams. The magician is a manifester. He can bring the dreams and goals into reality. He has the tools to do that. He is very grounded, he is very emotional, he is very clear in his thought, and he has the passion to move forward. He has all these four objects to move forward, and he is ready to bring his dreams and his wishes into reality. Wow. So what should be our focus during this solar eclipse? What should be our focus during this solar eclipse? We have author. I feel it is very necessary to write down what you're thinking. I always feel writing down clears the mind, especially when we are feeling very fogged in and very confused. When we put pen to paper, when we write things down, the pros, the cons of a situation, the goods, the bads, make a list or write out what we are thinking, write out where we are feeling blocked or where we are feeling stuck. It usually opens up those blocks, it usually clears our mind, it gives us more clarity and perspective. We can see the bigger picture, we can understand what we need to do, what direction we need to take. It brings more clarity. So I would suggest, if something is bothering you and you're feeling fogged in, write it down. Another thing is, when we are feeling negative or we are feeling anxiety, fears, even when we write those fears on a paper and burn them, we are able to release those fears and release those anxieties, and we become more lighter within ourselves. If you're having sadness, hurt, anger, pain, write it down and burn it. It always helps to release that energy. It's a very, very therapeutic method. For others of you who have been thinking about writing a book or starting a blog or writing stories or posting online in any way, the universe is encouraging you to put your story out there, to put your thoughts out there. You are on the right path. You need to write that book you have been thinking of. You need to write that story that you have been thinking of. Put your thoughts out. So let us see what challenges we will face during this eclipse. What challenges we will face during the eclipse time. What challenges we will face during the eclipse time. Okay. This card fell out, which is the Four of Wands. It is also a twin flame card. We have the 1111 gateway here. So this is the card of home, stability, security, the fourth house, which is the house of home, stability, security, family, resources, the house, the car, the property, and all that matters. So the challenge you may face will be somewhere in your family. Maybe you want to take a step that you are scared to because of what your family will say, or you want to start a business but your family wants you to stay in the job for security, or you want to move out or move abroad. Maybe for students, you want to go out and study and your family is stopping you from moving anywhere. Because of the COVID situation, everyone is very fearful. People are not open to traveling, people are not open to moving out. So there's a lot of anxiety and insecurity in the collective energy. So maybe your family is stopping you from taking a decision that you want to take. You want to divorce your wife or your husband, or you want to move out and live in a nuclear family, or you want to get out of a joint family, you want to start a new family and you're not finding the right resources. So it could be anything concerned to the home and the family environment that you're facing a challenge. That will be your biggest challenge at this time. Let us pull one more card to see what else can be the challenge. We have the Four of Cups. The other challenge could be that we are focus too much on what we are losing, and we are not seeing the opportunity the universe is sending our way. The Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. This is new love. This is new opportunity, new passion that the universe is sending us. And sometimes we are so stuck on this loss of what we are losing, especially if this with this family card, it would be that if you are breaking up a relationship, or if your a relationship has gone sour and you want to move out, you're looking at you what all you will lose if you move out. You will look at what you're focused on, all the things, the time, money, and effort you had put into that relationship or into that house and into that family, and now that you have to separate out, it is such a challenge, and it will be so much loss, so much time wasted, so much money wasted, so much loss. And you are so focused on looking at the loss that you are not counting the gains that will come when you bring this change, the benefits you will have, the peace you will have, the how you will be able to get out of all that rut and stuck up energy, the insecurities, the pain, the sadness, the depression that you, the anxiety that you have been going through for so many years, the progress you will make, the happiness that it will bring you, the passion that it will come back into your life. So you need to focus on the opportunity God is giving you to make that transformation and break ties from this sadness and depression and take the cup that is being offered to you. So let us see what will support you during this eclipse. What is supporting you during this eclipse? We have the Nine of Wands card, which is the rest and reconsider card. So somewhere you have been hurt and pained in the past, and you are being very defensive. You are looking at all your past hurts, pains, and the mistakes you made, the lessons you didn't learn, the cycles you repeated, the mistakes others made to you, the pain you caused others, the pain others caused you. So you are focusing on all this, but the universe is encouraging you to look at your life, take the time, look at all your past, look at everything where you want your side of the story, the other person's side of the story, the mistakes you made, the mistakes they made, the lessons you had to learn, the lessons that other people came to teach you. Remember, when people hurt us or when people are bad to us, they are just showing us a place where we need to learn a lesson, or they are just clearing karma with us. A lot of relationships come to teach us something. Maybe you were not standing up for yourself, so now this relationship is teaching you how to stand up for yourself. You were maybe accepting everything everyone was saying. You were getting influenced by people who were not good for you. So this relationship taught you what is right and wrong, what is morally correct, what is not, what is good, what is bad, how you can treat people correctly, how you can rise up to your self-respect, how you can put your boundaries, how you can stand up. These are the things that relationships come to teach us, where we are addicted to certain things, behaviors, where we have been repeating patterns and cycles and going round and round in the same behavior. I say don't revolve, evolve. So we are just, some people, sometimes we are just revolving in the same cycle like a hamster wheel. We are going round and round, repeating the same experiences, the same type of relationships, the same disappointments, the same sadness, because we are not making the change within us. The change has to happen within us. We may change 100 people, but if we have not changed, our relationships won't change. We will keep repeating those experiences, we'll keep repeating those cycles. So this eclipse will bring light to where you need to change, where you have been making the mistake in your relationships, where you have been focused too much on material security, your money, or your castle and your cars and your stability, and not focusing on the love that has come to you or the emotions that you have. Sometimes we are too much in the ego and we don't pay attention to our emotions, and we subdue our emotions. We keep blocking them, we keep suppressing them, trying to be a different person because of what we are taught in childhood and what we are taught by society. But everyone is not same. You are different. If you are an emotional person, you will feel stuck and you will feel blocked. You won't be able to speak your truth. You won't be able to express your true emotions. So that block comes from somewhere from having very controlling and very overbearing parents in your childhood who have always questioned you and always made you answerable to every smallest thing and dominated your choices, dominated your actions, dominated how you behave. We need to learn those things and we need to look at ourselves, which doesn't mean we should blame our parents. They were doing what they know best. So we have to forgive them, but it doesn't mean just because we are parents, we need to accept everything that they say. We need to use our own thought process. God has given us a mind, a heart. Our soul is come here to have a different experience. It's not necessary that the experience of your father and you are the same. You are come for different paths. So you need to wake up to your own soul path. You need to wake up to your truth and your light and follow your path. Don't follow someone else's path blindly. Create your own path. Let us see what else will support us. We have dedicated effort, which is the Eight of Pentacles. So we are definitely going to work very hard. We will get an opportunity to work hard on ourselves. We have two cards where the person, it's a male energy who is sitting and thinking and taking a break and considering what is right and wrong. And even here you see he's working hard. He's working hard on his emotions because here you see there are two people hugging each other, they're embracing each other. So somewhere I feel this is about twin flame relationships. It could also be a soulmate relationship. So we are working really hard to understand where we have been repeating cycles and patterns, where we have been just focusing on the negative of the relationship and not looking at the positive changes that it has brought in us, or where we are not getting what we wanted in the relationship. We are ignoring what we are getting actually. So all these changes and all this needs to be considered here. We need to look at it, we need to think about it, and we need to work hard on ourselves to rise above all that and come in our light. So it's a time to work really hard on your own self, on your inner knowing, on your inner being, on your inner self, your highest. Look at your patterns, look at your weaknesses, look at your addictions, look at your thought processes, your beliefs. Question your beliefs. Ask them, do they really serve you? Are they keeping you stuck in a bad situation, or are they making you feel happy, liberated, free, and satisfied and peaceful and content? So you have to evaluate your own life. This is a time to evaluate your life. Ketu is about going deeper. Scorpio is also about going deeper. So this is a time where we need to go deeper within ourselves to look at our core wounds, to look at our core traumas, to look at our core beliefs, values, patterns, addictions, and heal them. Face those demons and heal them. Okay, let's see how will this solar eclipse affect our relationships. How will they affect our romance and relationships? We have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Wow. This is what is exactly needed in a relationship. Unless you open your heart and you share your thoughts and your feelings with each other, it will always create a vacuum in the relationship. It will always create misunderstandings in a relationship. You have to be honest. The other person cannot read your mind, and nobody has got to know what you are thinking or feeling. So unless you honestly express it, how will they know what you're feeling? They will assume wrong things, and we all have a tendency, we think of the worst, right? So it's very important to express your feelings, express your thoughts about a situation. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly. Speak it out. I'm fearful about this. I need this, but I'm not ready for this. I have this, but I don't have this. And then give the choice to the other person so that they can decide which direction they want to take with you. It's always necessary. Conversations always bring transparency, bring honesty and trust within people. And that is what is the basis of all relationships. Unless you can trust a person to be honest with you, to be truthful to you, even among their worst, they will speak the worst that they have done. That is what keeps a relationship going. Just yesterday, someone told me that relationships happen by chance, that destiny brings you together. I, I totally agree with that. Destiny brings you together. If you're meant together, you connect by any means, anyhow, you may meet that person randomly. But to keep that relationship going, you also need to have these heart to heart conversations. It's the effort you put into the relationship, the time you put into the relationship, the caring you put into the relationship, the love and honesty, the truthfulness you put into the relationship. It is like a tree. You can put the seed, the universe will plant that seed within you, but unless you water it, show some sunshine, spend time and effort on it, it will not grow, it will die off. So you need to plant, water it, you need to give it sunshine and love for the plant to grow. And most people don't put that effort, and that's why you find nowadays relationships come and go, they just die off because nobody is ready to be honest, nobody is ready to put in the effort in the relationship. No, it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes honesty and truthfulness, which people are not ready to give. They just use relationships to satisfy their ego because it makes them feel nice that, oh, I know so many people, this person loves me. But this is not for ego satisfaction. Relationships should be for soul growth, nothing else. It's a past life relationship. You have known each other before. So if you're thinking of a relationship, the universe is saying that it's a past life relationship and you have known each other in your previous lives. And that's the reason you feel connected to this person so strongly, because you have had many lifetimes together. So people who are single may find someone or connect with someone who is their past life lover, or whom they have soulmates from a previous life. Or if you're already in a relationship, universe is saying that this is a past life relationship, and hence the connection is so deep and so intense, and you can't stay away from each other because you're past life lovers. So let us see what guidance is coming through the Moonology cards from the universe. We have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. If you're asking about a situation, if you're wondering about a situation, the universe is telling you that don't worry, a win-win outcome is forecast. Maybe currently you are in the Four of Cups stage, or you are in the Nine of Wands, you are defensive, you are being very extra careful, you are nursing your injuries and traumas and pains and hurts. That's okay. Take your time to heal. Take your time to clear those things. Take your time to feel that pain and release it. And then move forward, and a win-win outcome is forecast. Have those heart-to-heart conversations. It's always a winner, trust me. Luck is on your side. Wow. New moon in Sagittarius. And we are in Sagittarius season. The universe is saying luck is on your side. So don't worry so much. Don't be so scared. Don't be so apprehensive. How things will happen if I take this step, if I leave my house for a job or a college or a relationship. What will happen? How will I be taken care of? Will the universe support me? Don't worry. Luck is on your side. The universe will support you. The universe will take care of you. Abundance will be there for you. We also got that in our previous December reading. That abundance will be there. You are protected, you are taken care of. Don't worry about it. So let's see what crystal guidance is coming for this eclipse season. We have time link quartz. Are you aware of your past lives? And we got a past life relationship card. Potential future realities and parallel lives. Have you aligned with the magnitude of your personal power? We got the magician card. It's time to look into the past to see how it affects your present and your future. Invite the wisdom and knowledge of great mystery. Open your mind to realize you choose from unlimited potential future realities. Every future moment depends on your present thoughts and state of consciousness. Wow. I was just speaking about this, right? So, we need to look at our past. We have made the choice. This life is all about the choices we make. We may choose to remain stuck in a situation or we may choose to move forward. The choice is always ours. And we always have the potential to change our future by the choices we make, by the hard work we put in. We are the magician. We can manifest whatever we want. So what do you want to manifest depends on you. What do you want to bring out in from you depends on you. What goodness you want to spread in the world depends on you. Are you being selfish and thinking about yourself? Are you looking at the bigger picture and looking at the world in general? When we are happy, when we come from a loving and compassionate and kind and giving space, we spread it into the universe. That is the biggest contribution we can give the universe, to heal our wounds, to be happy, to be peaceful and to be content. We also got Archangel Gabriel, who said that you should connect to your inner light, and this is also speaking about that. When we can connect to a higher self, we are able to see beyond time and space. You have the capacity, you have the power. Unleash that power, be psychic. When we meditate, the answers are shown to us. Our past lives are shown to us. I've seen so many of my past lives. When we can see that, then it's easier to understand why things are happening in our life, how they are happening, and what is the lesson we are coming here to learn, and what is the path we need to take. Everything becomes clear once we look at things from a higher self and not from the ego, not connecting it to ourselves and making it about us. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the lessons that you are come here to learn. Look at it as karma being cleared. Look at it as schooling to rise to your higher self. So the second crystal we have is Varisite. It says, do you trust your intuition? Do you have a very good sense of smell? Have you developed a strong circle of friends and family? You can access great power by believing your hunches and feelings about people and life situations. Trust yourself and embrace your sacred circle of community to enjoy companionship, love and support. Use aromatherapy as a tool for personal health and well-being. So somewhere, again, a lot of emphasis is being given on your intuition. We got this even in our December reading. Trust yourself, believe in your intuition. You have the power, you can see through. We don't listen to our intuition, that is the problem. We listen to other people around us. All we need to do is silence our mind, silence the ego, go within, tell the fears and the anxieties to shut up and sit in a corner and listen to your soul voice that is talking to you. Listen to your intuition. It will tell you the truth. It will tell you the path. It knows what direction your soul needs to take. The problem is to quiet the ego mind, the fears, the anxieties. That is the biggest problem. So let's pull out some blessings to see what blessings is the eclipse bringing for us. What blessings is the eclipse bringing? A blessing to find the truth. Wow, perfect, that we need, right? And this is what I was speaking. It's time to go within to see the truth, to get out of that fogged in energy and to trust your intuition, to look at your self, soul self, not your ego self, and you will see the truth. And the universe is blessing you so that you can find your truth. A blessing for a mother. What I feel is that somewhere you have been having issues with your mother. There may have been some inner child issues with your mother. It could also be that the feminine part in you is unhealed due to past traumas or past pains, hurts, anxieties, fears. Somewhere your feminine side is not expressing itself, your emotional side, your creative side. You cannot express yourself, you cannot speak your truth, you cannot share your emotions, you suppress your emotions, you don't express your emotions. So somewhere you need to heal that part of you, and you're getting a blessing to heal that mother part in you, which is caring, nurturing, emotional, which takes care of others, which loves everyone. It could mean any of these things depending on each individual. So heal that part of you. Heal your relationship with your mother. It could also be that if someone has a mother who has passed away, your mother is blessing you from the sky. She is showing you the direction. She is protecting you and nurturing you. Someone looking to get pregnant may also be able to conceive now, and you may get a blessing for being a mother. So take what resonates, people. So these are the cards. Now let us pull out some charms. Okay. So first I'll pull out few zodiac signs to see which zodiac signs will help you in this during this eclipse. Which zodiac signs will help you during this eclipse? It could be the sun, moon or rising sign. We have Scorpio. We are having the eclipse in Scorpio. So you have Scorpio, Pisces, that is where Mars is, and that is, it's another water sign. You have Sagittarius, one last, and Gemini, air sign, fire sign and two water signs. Let's pull out some alphabets to see what comes out. It could be your first name, last name, someone's first name, last name, middle name, that of a person that is influencing you or that you are thinking about, or it could be, or if you form, we may form any words if we can. We have S, E, A, it also looks like C. We have one more A and one more A. Wow, 3 A's. So A is definitely strong here. Oh my god, one more A, 4 A's. Wow. And we have V. So we can also form save, S-A-V-E. So somewhere we need to save our money. We may need to go near the sea. If any other words you can form, let me know. So A is definitely major in this eclipse. Someone with A is definitely going to affect our lives. Let's pull out some numbers. It could be your birthday or dates that are important. Someone's birthday that will be important to you. We have 9. We have 1. Okay. It's a minus sign. So something will be removed from your life. 9 is also the number of completion, the end of a cycle. It's the number of karmas. So karmas are getting cleared. It could be your life path number. It could be your birth date number. We also have 8. And we have 1. And 8 and 1 is again 9. It could be 18 also. Or 19. That could be important to you. We have the equal sign here. You could meet someone who is your equal, who will add something to your life, which is a plus sign. And we also have a blank card. This blank one is like a joker in a pack of cards. You can use it any way you want. So it's like the magician. You can manifest whatever you want. The universe is giving you a free card or a free hand to decide which direction you want to take. The choice is in your hand. You can create whatever you want with this blank card. Okay. Now let's pull out some charms. Wow. We got 2 shells here again. So definitely, and we got sea here. So definitely someone needs to take a break and go on the sea. And trust me, I've just returned from Goa and the sea is definitely therapeutic. Bathing in the sea heals you. It cleanses your negativity. It clears your mind. I used to love walking on the beach. It's so healing. It's so peaceful and calm. Meditating on the beach. I've done so much meditation on the beach, and it's really, really very healing and very calming, very grounding. It's amazing. So if you really need to take a break, please take a break. Go to the sea. Go on a beach somewhere where you can be alone and meditate on yourself. We have the butterfly, so there's definitely transformation. We are talking about transformation. We have Scorpio, and Scorpio is all about transformation. Eclipse is all about transformation. We have a black tourmaline, so you need to protect yourself. There is definitely negative energy around you, and you need to protect yourself. Keep a black tourmaline with you. Do other protection things that you need to do or you know to do. Protect yourself from people around you. They are causing a lot of negativity, anxiety, anger, pain, hurt, disappointment to you. Protect yourself from that. You also have a sweet candy, so somewhere something sweet will come into your life. Because of this eclipse, if you take the right decisions, you will find sweetness. We also have this, which is it's called a Madira jar or whatever. It's used for drinking alcohol in the Arabic countries. I feel some of you maybe having a drinking problem, or maybe excessively drinking to numb your emotions, to distract yourself from what you need to do, to distract yourself from the path you need to take, to distract yourself from your soul calling. You're scared, you're hurt, you're pained because of certain relationships, and you have seen the truth of people, and that is bothering you, that is hurting you, paining you. So to numb it, you are drinking. So the universe is asking you to face that fear, deal with that pain, and stop getting into addictions to distract yourself, and do what is necessary. Face your truth, face the people, stand up for yourself, point out the wrong in people, be truthful to yourself, be honest to yourself, be authentic, don't be a fake person. And to keep up that fake mask, don't keep drinking. And we have the bobbin, which has thread in it. So somewhere you need to stitch what is torn in your life. It could be that some relationships are falling apart and you need to make the effort to stitch them together. As I had said in the beginning, we definitely need to put in effort to bring in the relationships, to maintain a relationship, to bring them together. Have that heart-to-heart conversation. So now we'll pull out some dice to see what else is coming up. We have camera. So somewhere camera is about photographs, about memories. So somewhere you are going through your past memories. So we have the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Wands card, which is all about sitting and resting and reconsidering, going through your past, looking at your past, looking at your memories. So I feel we are going through this situation where we are analyzing our past behaviors, our patterns, our beliefs. We are looking at past memories and trying to find answers in them for our current situation. And we again have the dolphin. So I did see dolphins, by the way, when I went to Goa, and they are so beautiful. So again, it is speaking about the sea. So please go and see the sea. Go and see the dolphins. And dolphins are all about being playful, being fun. They are never serious. They are so loving, and they're very wise and understanding, and they're always playful. You see, they're always jumping up and down. Bring more playfulness and fun in your life. Right? Don't be too serious. I always tell, seriousness is a disease. You're not going to get out alive any which way. So have fun. You're coming here to have fun. You have the tree or the plant here. So it is about, again, nurturing, taking care. I spoke about this earlier, that if you plant a seed, it's a relationship. It needs to be watered. It needs to be shown the sunlight. It needs to be taken care of. The weeds need to be removed. which are our negative patterns or negative thoughts. And they are like weeds which block our relationships, like they block the plant. So we need to clear the weeds regularly. We need to clear those negativities regularly. We need to shower our love like sunshine on the plant. We need to water it with our emotions and caring for that plant to grow. So nurture this plant. Nurturing is very important here. This looks like a bow to me. Yeah, it's a bow. So bows are about formal occasions. So maybe some of you may have a formal occasion, may have a party, or may have some festivities, and we are approaching New Year. So something good, or maybe a marriage or engagement or any such party may happen. Great. Finally, let's pull out 2 planets to see which planet is going to benefit us during this period, will most affect us. You can choose 1 or 2, by the way. You can pause the video and choose 1 or 2. We have the Sun. So number 1, the Sun is going to affect you a lot. That means your ego is going to be shred. You will realize the truth of something that you were hiding, or you were not speaking your truth, or a secret may come out in the open, or you will feel very happy and bright like the sun, because you will resolve your inner conflict, you will resolve your inner demons, and you will feel bright and light like the sun. And if you have a sun affliction in your chart, pray to the sun god. Say the Aditya Hriday Stroth, or you can say the Aditya mantra. Pray to the sun god, and that will help you. Number 2, we have Mercury, and both these planets are afflicted by the solar eclipse. So Mercury is in very close conjunction with Sun and Ketu during the eclipse. So Mercury is all about speaking, communications, about the throat chakra, about the blue color. It will affect your throat chakra. It will help you open your throat chakra. If you have been suppressing your voice, if you have been suppressing your truth, if you have not been expressing your truth, your emotions, you have not been able to speak your heart out, you have not been able to speak your mind out. Now it is giving you the chance to get out of that stuck up energy and open your throat chakra and speak on it. Speak your truth, speak your heart. Say the things that you have been feeling, say the things that you have been suppressing. Communicate, maybe write an email, send a message, or you may receive a message or communication from someone who has been distant from you, who has not been in communication with you for some time, and they may now get back to you. That is also possible. You may also, since we also got the author card, you may also write a book, or you may also decide to pen out your thoughts and put it out in the social media. That is also controlled by Mercury. So you can also pray to Mercury god. Om Budhaya Namah is the mantra for Mercury. For Sun, it is Om Surya Namah. You can wear blue. That also will give strength to your Mercury. Before ending this reading, I am suddenly now guided to do something special for you all. If there's a question that is bothering you, it can be a yes or no question, and I will pull out cards to see what the answer to that question is. Okay, you can choose card 1 or 2, and let's see what comes out for you. Think about your question and choose a number 1 or 2. If you are ready, you can choose. This is number 1 and this is number 2. So let's see what number 1 says. It's the King of Swords. So whatever you have asked, it's a yes answer. You will get clarity. You will get the King is powerful. The King will make it happen. So yes, it's a yes answer. Number 2 also got a yes answer. It's a beautiful 10 of Cups. Happy family, happy relationships, all the happiness that you want. So both 1 and 2, both cards are yes. So this eclipse is bringing a lot of good things for all of us. We will find happiness, we will find the change and transformation that we are looking for. I hope everyone is blessed by this eclipse and everyone finds their true happiness. So with these blessings, I will thank you all for taking a time to be here. Special thanks to all the newcomers and the new viewers and the subscribers. It means a lot to me. Do comment, like, share, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a reading. I'm going to post a pick a card for love readings very soon, within the next few days, and very many more interesting readings. So I'll see you there. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.